Our ancient world seemed newborn in his eyes. No place could keep him, he yearned for the skies. He abandoned the way that Malphus foresaw. He followed a path of his own. And he strayed in the void as a wayward wanderer, despising the path that was meant just for him. Yet the dreams that he sought in the deep red afterglow were as distant as ever before. He did find a home in the city below, where life neither purpose nor honor can hold. The woman who loved him held out her heart, and her suffering tore it apart. 'Cause he strayed in the void as a
Well, haven't I seen this fair lady before? How about a sip of wine?
Sure.
Here you go. So, are you ready for our little journey? It seems that Riverville's Myrod's injured, so we'll have to go by foot.
What's a Myrod?
Oh, right, you wouldn't know that since you're Naramese. Myrods are giant flying creatures. Quite nasty when wild, quite useful when tame. You can find Myrod towers all over Enderal. And for a small fee, the keepers in their Myrods can take it from point A to B in no time. But, as I said, Riverville's Myrod's injured, so we'll have to walk.
Yeah, let's go. The sooner I get rid of this fever, the better.
Splendid. Let's wait until nightfall, though. That way it's less likely we'll run into an ambush in the pass. One more thing. You've seemed quite fond of your new magical talents. In battle, I mean. I take it you're more of an arcanist type, then. Am I right?
Not really. Usually I prefer to be discreet.
I see. I'm asking because I was in the market just now stocking up on provisions, and I got myself some new reading material. Here, I think you might find this useful.
What are these books?
The Arizalian in My Bed, Sensual Confessions of a Vagabond Lady, Volumes 1 and 2. You know, for the lonely nights. Jokes aside, these are learning books, from arcanists or master fencers, depending on what you read. You know how to fight, but if you want to get better, you have to enjoy reading these once in a while.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Then off we'd go, I'd say. You go on ahead. Just take the route leading north out of Riverville. It'll lead us straight to the mountain pass.
We just got a new delivery of ale. Anyone?
Those people will wipe them out. Straight and swift like the wind, yes. Gold we want and plenty of it. Now look at that. A lone traveler. Some folks just never learn. What? That's all you got? You fucking scum. No!
Hang on a second. Quite the sight, isn't it? It's moments like these that make life so damn worth living. This place was once a trading post, in case you're wondering. But it's been deserted ever since the isolation.
The isolation?
Yeah, that's what we call the decree that was made 30 years ago here in Enderal. Simply put, the Order decided to reduce their trade with other countries of the civilized world to a minimum. Not a very economical choice to make, but that was roughly the time when the Lightborn Eradan left Sha'Rim. The Order was probably afraid something similar could happen in Enderal. You know, open harbors quicken the exchange of information, which in turn quickens rebellious thinking, and so on. Since the decree, trading in Enderal has been subject to very strict regulations, and only the wealthy can still afford things like Termatralian wine or Chilean spices. Anyway, since then, a lot of once flourishing trading posts have closed down, such as the Three Rivers Watch down at the Sun Coast, or this one.
Interesting.
Yeah. If you want to take a look for yourself, feel free. If not, let's push on. We still have a good march ahead of us.
Give me a second. I just want to enjoy the view for a moment. Okay, let's move on. Let's see if we can find something useful here. There's a journal. I used to be an adventurer, but then I took an arrow to the knee and got hunted down in Enderal. Poor guy.
Hey, you there! Yes, you! Come over here, now! I need your help. It's urgent.
What is so urgent?
My brother, Olvar, he's up the hill in that camp by the fire. But it's his turn to take watch, and I'm bloody freezing out here. Tell him to come here right now, else I will go back to Ark without him.
Okay then. Let's see where it leads us.
What do you want? Get lost. There's nothing for you to see here.
Your brother sent me. He said he's freezing, and that it's your turn to take watch.
Oh, does he now? Then listen up, pal. Since we've come here, that fat bastard has done nothing other than get plastered. Tell him that until he's sober, I won't move a finger width from this fire.
Ulva said you're an idiot who does nothing else but get plastered. Until you sober up, he won't come.
What, I'm drunk? Because this idiot made me wait out here for hours? If it weren't for him, we would be on our way back to Ark already. Tell him to move his fat ass over here right now.
Oh my, I don't think he likes to hear that. Bunva told me to tell you to move your fat ass.
Oh, did he now? Well then, you tell him that what he wants interests me as much as the colour of his fucking balls.
All right then. Ulva said what you want interests him as much as the color of your fucking balls.
What? Alright, that's it. Go and kick that bloody moron's ass, give him a knuckle sandwich, smack him in the gob, spank the living shit. Ah, you know what I mean.
Yes, I know. But I think you can do that yourself. Bye.
Too much of a coward for that, are you? Fine. Oh, just wait. You sodding son of a tur. I will show you who's boss.
Blazes, what idiots. Welcome to the Enderalian people, fair lady.
Watch out! Just park! Come on, let's move on. What do we have here? Ugh! What in blazes?
there it is. Ark. Majestic, isn't it?
Yes. Arker Doppelbock. I have to taste that.
And here we are. Welcome to Ark. I've got some things to take care of here, so let's meet at the market once you're ready to meet Grandmaster Tealor Arenthiel and his mages in person, alright?
Tealor Arenthiel, the former Grandmaster of the Holy Order? I thought he was imprisoned in Nirren.
By his own son, Nerazil, yeah. But roughly 2.5 years ago, he suddenly appeared back in Enderal, accompanied by a handful of mages who once fought against him in the Great War. Weird, I know, but that's how it was.
Let me get this straight. The Lightborn's most trusted servant returned to Enderal together with his former archenemies?
He did, yeah. It seems that something happened between him and them that made them sort out their issues, you could say. They're allies now, and frankly, nobody quite knows why. You can imagine what kind of uproar that caused among the Holy Order itself. But in the end, Arenthiel got things his way. You can say what you want about him, but he never lost his charisma, that's for sure.
That means the Lightborn's most vicious enemies now work together with the Lightborn's most faithful servants? That's bizarre.
You're telling me. But apparently their alliance has something to do with this red madness. I guess we'll see what happens.
Could you tell me a little more about the city? Where can I find some new gear, for example?
Oh, sure, I should have thought of that. Pardon me. Alright then. Ark is divided into 5 districts, not counting the harbor. The Foreign Quarter, where we are right now, the Marketplace, the Nobles' Quarters, the South Quarter, and the Temple. If you're looking to gear up, I guess the Market would be the place to go. You can find anything there, from food to weapons, armor, and whatever else you need. If it's magical supplies and alchemy you need, however, you best try your luck in the Nobles' Quarters. But prepare yourself for some dismissive looks. Up there's also the bathing house and the theater, in case you have the coin for that. Finally, there's the temple, which is hard to overlook. Normal citizens are not permitted to enter it, and from up there, the Holy Order reigns over this country. But if all goes according to plan, you'll soon see it from the inside. And then there's the Undercity.
Undercity? That doesn't sound too inviting.
Yeah, it doesn't, and it isn't. The Undercity's a cluster of caves directly beneath our feet. And down there is where the poor and the sick live, not to mention those that the Order doesn't like to see in their neat, pretty streets in the upper city. Not a place I'd recommend you visit, at least not unless you're looking for mischievous things.
Okay, I think I'll find my way around.
Great. Then see you later and enjoy your stay.
Yeah, see you later, and thanks.
Of the granulous pleasance melt away in rapture as a crunchy loaf of bread wanders from my hands into yours. Bread! Taste it now, our unrivaled fresh and tasty bread!
Hungry for arcane secrets? I have books, scrolls, potions, anything for friends of path-abiding magic.
Spices, rugs, delicacies, only the best. Straight from Kile. Take a look.
Vegetables, bread fresh from the oven. Treat yourself.
Well, look who's arrived. Did you have any problems finding your way around? This city can be quite a maze if you don't know it.
Not really. I'm used to big cities.
Right, you're from Ostian. I almost forgot. They're quite fascinating, these places, aren't they? You can climb high, and you can fall just as deep. And every place vibrates with life.
You have to like it.
Well, I do. Here, put this on. And before you ask, yes, it's necessary. Just trust me.
Are you serious?
So, about this fever. Usually those gifted with magic have to report their talent to the Order, and then pass a ritual that teaches them how to deal with their magic. The journey to the water is what they call it. Once they've passed that, the fever reduces to an endurable level, and new arcanists have their names registered in some kind of holy book. But there are other ways to get rid of the fever, and I hope my employer can tell you about them. Okay, almost there.
Hold it, my sir. No civilians beyond this point without explicit permission. Who are you, and what leads you to this holy place?
Business. I'm Jaspar Delveric, and I work for the Naramese mages.
Ah, right. The mercenary. And who's your companion?
Marija de Luna from Ostian, esteemed holder of de Luna's Empire of Tender Fragrance, the most prestigious perfumery in all of Vin. Archmagister Marigil sent for her. Didn't he tell you?
The Archmagister. Well, that does sound like him. Fair enough, you may pass. But show this place the respect it deserves, mercenary. You too, my Dame de Luna.
You have my word, fair lady. Thank you.
Thank you, my Dame.
Is holy ground, Outlander. You don't belong here.
Well, that went better than expected.
Marija de Luna's Empire of Tender Fragrance?
Hey, it worked, didn't it? That's all that matters. Nobody will suspect someone who's already in the temple.
Yes, it worked quite well.
Anyway, I think it's about time I tell you a little bit more about this employer of mine. His name is Constantine Firespark, and he's one of Narathzor Orenthiel's former followers, which the new Grand Master, Tealor Orenthiel, brought here by ship about 2 years ago. That means he's one of the former arch-enemies of the Order. They usually wear green, while the Order wears white or red. That should make it easy for you to tell them apart. Firespark's pretty much the eldest of Narathzul's mages, and quite well versed in magic, at least from what I've heard. Plus, he's a very gentle and likable fellow, which is why even the keepers like having him around. Let's hope he can tell us a thing or two about these visions, and help you get rid of the fever. Come, follow me.
Sounds good.
All right, here we are.
No. That's not how you do it.
Blast it! I'm just being careful. We
Like
have to.
heck we do. Give me that thing, now.
What the?
Blasted, blistering blazes. That's what you get for working with fumblers. I told you, we
Nice
should be
Firespark.
careful. What? Now, who the heck are you? Can't an old man have a moment to himself?
You hired me. The Magister, don't you remember?
Oh, right. Joseph the Scrounger. So, why are you here? Had any luck?
Jaspar. And yeah, we did find something.
Suggest you first of all tell me when I allowed you to drag your flings up here. Do you need me to explain the meaning of the words highly and confidential to you?
I'm sure there's a lot you can explain to me, but let's save that for later. This particular lady over here needs your help, to be frank. Arcane fever.
Is that so? And what exactly has that got to do with me? Let the keepers and their holy rituals take care of it. What is it with the costume, anyway?
This woman's magic is different, my sir. Just feel her aura, and you'll see it. Plus, she's from Naram, just as you are.
Well, all right then, for nostalgia's sake. I really hope you're not wasting my time, though. Working with these religious buffoons is bound to make any rational thinking person go bonkers. Anyway, that chair over there. Take a seat, and I'll have a look at that fever of yours. All right, then. This will tickle a little. You're right. This aura does feel different. Complex somehow, and Powerful.
And do you really want to tell me you've only recently discovered that talent of yours? With that aura, I'm surprised that you haven't turned into an Obaya by now.
Yes?
Fine. Well, that is, we will help you. But first, tell me everything. How you got that magic, and how you met that scrounger. I see. Regarding this vision thing, I think that your mind simply played a trick on you there. Not that it's much of a surprise, considering what you've been through. Actually, you were quite lucky that the sudden outburst of your glance didn't blow your head right off.
Sudden outburst of my glance? What's a glance?
By all that's holy, I won't start playing your tutor now. If you don't know about the basic functioning of magic, then read something from Ballador Goldenstein.
The glance on the sea of eventualities. Alongside, but apart from the reality we're in right now, exist countless other realities, in which some events have different outcomes, so to speak. A version of this very same room, for example, with the very same people in it, only that Meister Firespark's beard is on fire. And what defines an Arcanist, someone capable of magic, is that he or she can see those other realities and let parts of them come true.
Well, look at that, Jasper. You surprise me.
That's what I'm being paid for.
How powerful an Arcanist is depends on 3 factors. How far away are the eventualities that he can see, how well he can bring parts of them into our reality, and finally, how well his mind can handle seeing other realities simultaneously with ours. Lighting a candle is easier than calling a meteor from the sky, to speak plain in Al, but as I said, read Goldenstein if you're interested in the topic. I'm not going to waste any time with lectures.
And this chapel on the water? Every time I touch one of those stones, I feel as if, I don't know, as if something comes back to me.
Well, that's probably a sign that you should go easier on the booze. Skill, whether of physical or magical nature, isn't gained through touching some stones, but through hard work and discipline. Even though this screwball Enderalian talk of paths and predeterminations tries to tell us otherwise.
Again, I did not just imagine these visions. They felt different, somehow real.
Well, if that's what you want to believe, go for it. I, in any case, have never come across such a phenomenon in over 50 years of studying magic. And now we should...
It all begins with the dreams.
What the blasted blistering blazes? Does this room look like the bosom of a whore to you? Or what makes you think you can go around touching anything you get your fingers on? These documents are confidential, for heck's sake. I knew it was a mistake to hire a thug like you. Sha'Rim always had a weakness for...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember you telling me something about dreams that led you and Tealor Renthiel here, didn't you, Meister? And you told me that in this vision of yours, the Veiled Woman said this. It all begins with the dreams.
What? Is that true?
It is, actually.
Oh. Then this near-death experience you had before you woke up on the shore... Tell me again, what exactly did you see in it? A room?
A glistening white light and charred bodies, but their flesh was unnatural, grey, and I heard all these voices.
Well, this is strange indeed. Anyway, for now all that matters is that we get that magic of yours under control. Whatever you clairvoyanced back there is of no use to us if you're dead as a doornail in a couple of months.
And how can we do that? Get my magic under control?
Well, that's usually a plodding process. The fever you feel is a result of your mind not being able to handle all of these possibilities, so to speak. The ritual the Enderalians practice to get the glance under control is called the Journey to the Water. Put frankly, it means 1 year of hour-long meditation, bland food, and abstinence from anything that makes life worth living. In due time, the Arcanist then learns to filter these other realities from ours, and the fever gets less and less. Anyhow, luckily enough, we Neremes know of a way to quicken that process. A shortcut, if you will. I'm not capable of performing it, but another one of us is. Her name is Lashery, and you should seek her out as soon as possible.
A shortcut. Isn't there a reason this journey to the water is as lengthy as it is?
There is indeed, and this reason is called ignorance. The Order's rituals haven't changed since the Lightborn slipped out of their cradles, and the Keepers do their best to keep anything progressive out of their country. But please, if you're up for a year of austerity and stern-faced magisters scolding you, go for it. I really don't care.
All right then. I'll do this ritual of yours. Where can I find Lashery?
She's currently in a ruin called Old Rationgrad, not far from Ark. Just tell her that I sent you. Give me that map of yours. Okay, now you'd have to be a total idiot to miss it. I recommend leaving for the ruin straight away. And you, Joseph, you're going to come with me and show me what your trip to the Sun Coast brought forth. Hopefully, more than a bottle of honey wine and a hangover.
Quite a character, isn't he? But I like him somehow.
Yes, Joseph.
Here, I owe you this for your help back in Riverville. And in case you're in the mood for a mug of ale and a good chat, just drop by the Dancing Nomad in the Stranger's Quarter. I'll get myself a room there for the time being. With all that said, good luck mastering your magic, my fair lady. I'll see you around.
Yes, see you. And thanks, Jespar.